Hi everyone, this is my immigrant diary, and today I have news that I'm so happy to be able to share with my brother, and I know that you are eager to share the news with our audience here. So my brother, please go ahead. What is the wonderful thing that you would like to share with us today?
Hey guys, I finally got my MBA and I'm now a master's degree holder. So I graduated from the University of Maryland Global Campus. I had a merit in my Master's of Business Administration. I had my grad work recently, which I believe will pop up on the screen. And it was just an amazing experience. I'm very grateful for all the support, friends and family, and just Wiley himself and just some of the sacrifices I received from everyone around me. And I'm grateful, I'm happy. And but there's just so much to share. And I would like to talk about my journey as well and some of the things that you can learn, also some of the advantages and disadvantages that I think came along with the process, and also the victories mostly.
But before we go on, I'll say the main meat of this video is the fact that you're able to get your education completely for free. You did not pay 1 cent. Is that
Absolutely.
correct? Oh, wow.
Absolutely, Wally. Absolutely. I know one of
So
the
let me
biggest.
let me start with something that is a little bit more broad, maybe that will be applied to most people. So I know that there are different ways that you could get something like that. So for you, in your case, was it a scholarship? Was it a grant? Was it a fellowship? How were you able to fund the MBA?
So I got what is called tuition remission from my employer. There's tuition reimbursement, but I got what you call tuition remission. Okay. Like you mentioned, there are other options, the scholarship, there are grants, but what I got was tuition remission. Now, just to clarify,
What's the difference between tuition remission and reimbursement?
okay, so this is also important when you're looking at the benefit from a new employer, so you understand the difference. So tuition reimbursement is when you pay and your employer refunds the money you pay to get an education or to get a training. But you have to pay for it, but then provide evidence of the payment and also maybe benefit to the organization. Then the organization probably will now refund you. But in that, some organizations have like a yearly budget for each staff. Will I say max they will spend, or stuff like that. So some will have maybe a $5,000 max for a year. Some people will do one semester every year or something like that to be able to stay within that budget. But for my case, I had what is called tuition remission.
Is it the institution that pays, or is it your employer?
My employer pays.
Fine.
As soon as I sign up and I register and I've been granted admission into the institution of my choice, also within the criteria set by the organization as well. In my case, I was employed by a state organization, and that organization provides tuition remission to attend any of the universities within the state, which is owned by the state. So University of Maryland is owned by the state of Maryland. So as a staff of the state, that particular agency provided me tuition remission to attend any of the state universities, and I chose to go to UMGC. So the beautiful thing with that is in my staff portal, I'm able to put in the request, and then the payment is made within the agency and the institution. So as soon as that is done, I'm in class.
Wow, that's really cool. So technically speaking, would you say that if your tuition, I don't think there's any tuition that costs this amount, but if your tuition costed, let's say $1 million, they would still pay?
I don't know any tuition that's $1 million anyway, but
No, I'm just
hypothetically speaking,
like, yeah.
because it's a state institution. I know that I think the only degree that the tuition remission does not cover is, I think, medicine.
Oh,
Right.
okay, that's
Yes.
crazy expensive. So they have like
Yes.
limitation.
Yeah, there are
So what-
some criteria. But if you're not studying medicine, I mean, what percentage of people are really studying medicine? Let's really look at it. So, pharmacy, there are many other STEM courses or otherwise, social sciences or the like that people go out to study first degree, second degree. But the interesting thing is that the tuition remission also cover children of the employee.
Oh,
of them,
wow.
and also the spouse of the employee. So it was just an amazing benefit for families who are really interested in getting additional degree or going to school and getting first, second degree up to PhD and just keep going. If that is your thing, this kind of opportunity would really, really be amazing. I think for me, I wanted to get a master's degree. I knew it was a struggle, but I wanted to. When I saw that I came with the opportunity, I was like, I jumped on it. Immediately I resumed. Like I jumped on it. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, I think that was the next question I just wanted to ask you about, because for me, I also had the same opportunity with my employer and I never took that option. I have personal reasons for that. Was there anything in your background that moved you to be able to make that decision? That's the first question. Then the follow-up question is that were there multiple things, other choices that you could have made, but why did you go for MBA specifically? And was there any reason, any motivation that made you wanted to go for your master's in the first place?
So I think the first part is the motivation has always been there. I've always wanted to get a master's degree. I mean, also from my foundation or upbringing, from my home, my parents have always like, we're all going to go to school, get a degree, get a master's degree, get a PhD. So it's just been like that, so subliminally that has been planted. But you know how it is where as growing up in Nigeria, having my own life challenges and also not having the funding after my first degree to be able to go and get a master's degree. And I always wanted to get an internationally recognized master's degree. I've always wanted to try to come to the US to school, go to Europe or even Northern America generally. But
yeah,
eventually I came here as an immigrant, and this opportunity, I wouldn't say just fell on my laps, really. I wouldn't say that. I would say more like your life journey kind of prepares you for certain opportunities. I think that's what this was, and that's what it is. And at the end of the day, I think the motivation was because my first degree was also in business administration. I was looking at other opportunities, but I think two things make this decision. I think I didn't want something that was going to keep me in school for longer than 15 months. I don't think I could sustain 18 months or longer. As a father, as many things, it's a difficult milestone. I know for a fact now why people drop. I know there was a time I was telling you, Wally, that I wanted to drop one semester and just kind of move it back. Yeah. I think I needed a break. Yeah. So it can be really difficult. I know several of my classmates who did first semester and just decided, you know what, I'm going to take a break and do one semester a year. But I just kind of went through the whole 9 years, 15 months. So when I was searching the schools, I wanted a school that offered an MBA degree for 15 months, and UMJC did offer that. But though there are other courses, other options that were available to me, but this is the part of my career I think I wanted to go on. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Again, I'm very, very proud of your achievement. There are a lot of people, like you said, that will start with and will not finish. Some will prolong it, but some will never finish. But you were able to get in there, even though with your commitment to your family, to your employer, to our platform here, you're able to get it done. So I'm really proud of that. I do want to ask for the audience, especially with people that are just trying to get into the process, what mistakes did you make in the funding process, and what would you do differently?
When you say mistake, is it with regards from my employer's point of view or from my point of view or from attending school? Which one is it?
You can attack it from whichever one you think is going to be helpful, or whichever one you experienced but you thought you would do it differently next time.
Well, I can't think of anything I would do differently at the moment. But if I would say one thing, I think if I had to do it again, maybe not an MBA. Like I mentioned, one lesson for 15 months, and MBA was the only one that was going to be 15 months. But if I have to do it again, and now that I'm done, I feel like maybe I would have survived another 3 months, So now I'm thinking, I could have survived another 3 months actually. Then in that, I would have probably done something else. I know I had some courses that were of interest to me, more IT technical courses, but I did not meet the requirements. So for me to do that, I needed to maybe take a course or two for another 6 months, maybe get certification. Then that will help me qualify to pursue a master's in that area. So the luxury of time, would have influenced my decision actually, but I also didn't have that. So if I have to do it again and I have that luxury of time, I'll probably go that route because I wanted to improve a lot of my technical skills, and I think pursuing a master's degree in a more IT technical area would have helped me a lot.
Due to the attention that you were able to pay to the program or to the requirements for the funding, you weren't able to make any mistake. So is that a correct assumption?
Yes. I mean, it's a state-to-state agency, so everything is automated, just put in the request from what you call employee board. You just put it in there, and the thing is processed relatively quickly. Like, and tuition is paid and you just keep moving.
Yeah,
Because if I
that's
had to pay out of pocket, that would have been ridiculous. Like there's no way I would have gone to do a study. Yeah.
so. Final question: what advice do you have? Say maybe it's top 3, or even if it's top 2 advice do you have for those who want to get a free master's?
All right, so tuition remission is one option. Why? When you're job searching, job hopping, look for organizations that will offer you tuition remission before tuition reimbursement. So if you get tuition remission, state agency offer tuition remission, certain global organization offer tuition remission. Okay, so also look at those benefits. Sometimes pay salary is good, but benefits can really make a huge difference. So look for that.
Yeah.
If you find tuition reimbursement, then go for it, because time is of the essence. There's never a better time. Today is the day you have. So if you find yourself in an organization that offers tuition reimbursement, which means you literally are not spending your money, but they need you to pay, then find a way to raise the money, make the payment, get the money back and refund, and get going.
And the United States, like, you do have access to financial aid. So financial aid means that the government is going to loan you some money, and then once you are able to get the financial aid, you can use that, maybe it's a receipt or a transfer
to return
document to get a reimbursement for your tuition. So either way, you should still be able to find a solution for whatever kind of situation that you find yourself in. But thank you so much for sharing your experience with us, my brother. Once again, I'm really, really proud of you. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
You're definitely going to keep growing. You're definitely going to keep excelling in your career. I can already see you among the stars.
Leadership. Awesome. Thanks, Wally. And please do not relent if you're desiring to pursue a master's degree or further education. Look out for, like I said, organizations that provide you tuition remission or tuition reimbursement. There are also grants out there. And also, you can find 100% coverage, but you have to keep searching for those grants online. And we will provide certain links and certain referral on our channel, so please like and subscribe, so when we have those information valid, confirmed, we'll share it with you.
Yes, again, thank you so much everyone for joining us. We'll see you in the next video.
Hey now.